Hey guys, Rabbit here, back with another Starcraft Broodwar Remastered replay. We have a pro game today for you. We have Bisu versus Soulkey. Alright, so a PVZ here on Fighting Spirit. I got this replay off of Team Liquid. The game range that I've chosen is these pros kind of when they're in their prime, so somewhere in the range between 2008 and 2014. So I'm quite excited to bring this game to you today. I am now going to start gradually doing a few more pro games as we go along and get a bit more experience and just have heaps of fun that we are having with our casting. I'm Rabbit and I'm actually a variety Brood War channel, so I don't cast any one type of game. I don't just cast pros, I don't just cast amateurs or tournaments. I try and just cast variety, games that are entertaining, games that are fun, and games that are generally going to have some sort of reason to remember them. So I honestly know nothing about this game. I'm just a huge fan of Soulkey, and also being a Protoss player, naturally it's an absolute privilege to cast a game of Bisu. So that's why I've pulled this one out of the archive, and here we go. Alright, so we are scouting with our Overlord. We have a pool, an overpool opening from Soulkey, which is fairly standard, and we have a forge expansion or a forge opening from Bisu. He's sending out his second probe over here because he hasn't yet found Soulkey, and he wants to just verify whether there are going to be any early lings coming out. I think seeing the knowing the timings the way he does and seeing the drone come down, he's going to do his utmost to block off this drone. And so here he comes to try and take his hatchery, and Bisu is just going to be a nuisance with his probe. Oh man, this is so annoying as Zerg. I think what they do is they kind of send another drone to support. I think Soulkey might do that. Let's see. Yep. Oh man, this delay is so good for Bisu. It's really helping him. Still nothing. There's no probe down here or here. Okay, he got it. Well done. Alright. So he goes in, he can see the pool and he can count the lings. So 4 have just run past him. He's going to check that last egg, I think, to see what's happening. The first cannon is already done. He's going to throw down his gateway now, and he may see whether he needs to throw down a second cannon. I think with the gateway and the wall, he can probably just protect with probes. But here come the lings anyway, so let's see what happens. Here comes a drone here. I still don't think he's found him. No, I'm wrong. He's just throwing down his third right here. As is quite common on Fighting Spirit, you tend to see the adjacent base taken by Zerg. His probe's a little late, but there's only 2 of them, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so Bisu holds the wall with his probes. 1 cannon's good enough. He's going to start now with his build, getting up his pylon, his gas. We should see cybernetics core. And generally, his style of play is to go for the early Corsair harassment. So I would expect that, but of course you never know what's going to happen in a game of Starcraft, which is what makes it so entertaining to watch in the first place. Okay, so we're getting our hatches going. Soulkey was a little bit delayed on his second hatch, but he's thrown down his 3 hatches. He's on the 1 gas, obviously because his 2 hatches are still on the way. Bisu's probe is still in here being annoying, and he has not gotten rid of him. So sending these lings forward may have given him a little bit of information and potentially some harassment pressure. But Bisu's just got free reign here to know exactly what Soulkey's doing. In fact, he's picking on a few drones as he's going. Is he going to get a drone kill? Has he got one? No, okay, so he doesn't have a kill yet. But Soulkey's got to get rid of this probe because there's no lair. At 4 minutes, I mean, that's a sign that you're planning to build Hydras, surely. What else can you do? Alright, so the probe's still running around. He's checking what... Hang on, where's your other base? And I think that's what his mission's going to be. No, he goes back in just to check if he's starting a lair. Damn, probes are annoying, man. Look at this micro. Look at his APM. 400 APM. He's just got such big muscles to flex. Behind this, he's progressing with his build. As I've said, Stargate. What is Soulkey going to do to block the Stargate? He has got no lair on the way. He has got no Hydra Den that I can see. He's just starting it now. Okay, so he's just starting his Hydra Den. So he's planned to cope with the inevitable Corsair pressure. That's going to be the end of his probe. is Hydras. Okay, and here is the layers. Okay, so he snuck it in here. I didn't see the morphing because I'm a dope. So he has gone with a lair, and so he could throw down a spire, but it doesn't look like that's going to be his build. Alright, so he's sending out a few lings to move across the map. Bisu has amassed a whopping 2 zealots, but the main goal now is he's getting his tech tree up. He's got his citadel on the way. Pretty sure behind that he's going to go for his Templar archives. He's sending out his first Corsair to go and scout. So let's see what his first Corsair can get done. So he's just going to go re-verify the tech tree, I think. Nope. Making me look like a dope. He's going to attack the Overlord. Never mind. There's another Overlord over here. So Soulkey's like, run! Overlords are in danger and I've got 1 Hydralisk. No! Okay, so in our production tab, we are building Hydralisks, we are getting our Hydralisk upgrades, and we are sending another Corsair. Alright, so he's basically just harassing with all the Corsairs that he's got. So he's got one over here harassing, he's got one over here. Some Hydras have started to chase them away, so that's good. Oh, okay, so this Hydra is harassing this Corsair, who's getting a little low, but he really wants this Overlord. He's so committed, and he doesn't get him. He does get him. He just gets him, but he loses on the Corsair. This is not good. This is a lot of Hydras all of a sudden, and he's building cannons. Bisu's a little bit panicked here. Doesn't have Zealot speed either. It's on the way. It's not yet done, though. This is a huge moment in this game. The range is finished, so the cannon's not hitting it, but this gateway is going to be toast. How many gateways does he have in his main? Exactly none. That's not good. He's building a Templar Archives, but he's on 1 gate. Is Bisu in trouble here? This is a big cannon reaction. Okay, so he's got another gateway here. I was wondering where he's going to put his second gate. What is... Okay, so Soulkey looks really committed here. He's building 6 Hydras, and he's evolving Lurker aspect behind this. He's not droning at all. He's literally just got the 3 bases, and that's it. Bisu's still flying around being annoying with his Corsairs, but this is looking like a build to a big timing attack, and unless he can get Storm out... The Templar Archives is here. I didn't see Storm get researched. I could well have missed it because, as I mentioned before, I am a dope. But even if he had researched Storm, there are no High Templars in production, and there are definitely no High Templars on the map. So Bisu is potentially here in a spot of bother. Here come the Lurkers. So he's gone straight for Lurker aspect. He skipped Spire entirely, I suspect. I can confirm that for you. Yep. So he's skipped Spire entirely and rushed Lurkers. And I'm concerned for Bisu. Bisu is going to have to retreat behind the line of cannons and try and recover another way in this game. His Hydras are going to fend off these Corsairs, and I think the big attack is going to happen any second now. Alright, well, yes, you get an Overlord. Alright, so that's fine. But at this stage, does that really matter that much? Oh, he's dropped the Lurkers! He researched early drops! I totally missed that. That is brilliant from Soulkey, circumventing all of the cannon defense, but putting these Lurkers on the high ground. Does he have a robo? No, he's building cannons in panic here. This is an insanely smart move from Soulkey, really limiting and making the life of the Zerg, of the Protoss, very difficult. If he can move these zealots in these Lurkers in position, these gateways are history. He's only got 2 cannons here. I think he's building a few more. We'll put the production tab on for a moment just to see. So pylon. Only 2 cannons. I don't think he is going to be able to get out of this one, to be honest with you. But it is Bisu. He is prone to do miracles. So his solution to this is counterattack. Okay, so that's pretty good. He doesn't have a lot of Hydras to protect his Overlords. This is a bit mad to try and keep track of everything. But he has... killed the cannons, so these Lurkers are wreaking havoc. There's no detection of any kind. I don't see a robo. There's the robo. Where's the observatory? Is it still in the production tab? No. Yes, because it's already made. Here comes an observer. There's the observatory. I'm blind as well as dopey. There is an observer on his way, and he is going to help clean up what has been an immensely good attack. So Soulkey's solution is, alright, well, I've sent my Hydras back to deal with your counter. I've stabilized nicely. Is it time to reload the gun? Alright, so the last of the lurkers has been cleaned up. Bisu held that, but at tremendous damage. Although that being said, it is 44 to 35 on the supply scale. These Corsairs are so annoying. He just seems to amass them and tidy up the overlords quickly. Okay, so let's take a breath. Whew. Okay, pro games, lots of action, very entertaining. It is freaking fun, man. Okay, so lurkers and lurker drops. That was the play from Soulkey. It didn't end the game, so now the question is, do you transition into droning? I don't see a drone here. I think Soulkey's all in. He's committed to trying to break Bisu with a Hydra Lurker bust, and there's a lot of cannons to break through here. The drop, which was admittedly very, very effective, is now going to be less effective because Bisu has observers out, so he can break through here, and I think Bisu's done it. I don't think Soulkey's going to be able to break through. I mean, he's a great player. At this stage of his career, he maybe wasn't as good as what he is now, but he is a very, very, very good, very innovative, very aggressive Zerg player. Love watching him play. So I would never put it past him to do something incredible, but this is a shitload of cannons. All that Bisu needs to do here is rebuild his forge. He doesn't have an Autosis cannon setup, a pylon setup. He's got enough pylons here to power everything. So he really is in a good position. This isn't even doing an upgrade that he's going to miss out on. So it's no big deal. You can see he's rebuilding the forge in his main. So one little drop and he's just on top of it. He's expecting it. So I think Soulkey showed his hand pretty early with the lurker drops. Bisu's now prepared for it. It's a very low econ game. You can see 35 workers versus 23 workers. But also I think at the end of the day he realizes he probably doesn't need that much econ. Another lurker drop, very annoying. He cannot get to this lurker. He's walled himself away. Oh no, that is so tilting. He's gonna storm them. Storm again. Meanwhile, he's moving in with the Hydras, but this is so many cannons. The lurkers are gonna come forward. Otherwise, he's got no chance here. Okay, so he's baited the zealots in, which is what he wanted to do. But I just think this is too many. Where are your observers though, Bisu? Okay, so this lurker is just having free range here. He's out of storms and he cannot get to him with ground units. Sending a ton of zealots forward. No real storms happening. There's a lot of spines though. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lurkers. I think he might break this cannon wall, but the zealots are tanking nicely. Good micro from both players. This is insane. He's just rallying unit after unit after unit after unit, but he's got to break through here. Is the zealot? This damn lurker is still here. He doesn't have a storm. Nope, he's got no energy for a storm. He's going to have to use a damn shuttle to kill him. Oh my god, that is hilarious, but he eventually gets it done. Horse is still around here. DT's in the house, but he has detection, so the lurkers tidy him up. I just don't think Soulkey's going to have enough to get this over the line, guys. Still, Overlords wreaking havoc. Corsairs wreaking havoc on Overlords. 23 workers, more of an all-in you probably wouldn't see from a player as good as Soulkey. But I think his opening went a little bit wonky, so he was just like, you know what, let's just go for an aggro build. That lurker drop in the early game really was so close to ending the game, but Bisu scrambled beautifully. I expect this is going to be his last hurrah, his last attempt to break Bisu, because he knows if he doesn't do it now, he's never going to do it, he's never going to break him. So let's see what happens. Meanwhile, DTs. Okay, so he's sending them in here. Here we go. He's got a lot of lurkers and some storms on the high ground to get these lurkers out. There's a shuttle coming here, and the DTs are here wrecking him. And I don't know what's in the shuttle. It's just zealots in the shuttle. Where's your shuttle going? Okay, so this DT has got absolute free reign to wreck this base. And he's dropping a couple of zealots into the main. And there is only 2 Hydras here. So this zealot is going to have a good time against this Hydralisk. There's no sunkens of any kind. Meanwhile, Soulkey's still back and forth trying to kite these Hydras to break Bisu. I just don't think he's going to be able to do it. This zealot is causing more damage. He's going to pick off some drones. He's down to 17 drones. This DT did so much damage. Brilliant counterplay from Bisu. I think he's held this with incredible composure and amazing skill. You'd expect nothing more from arguably the best Protoss player that's ever lived. And that's GG. What an epic game. I had an absolute blast. I'm Rapidroo, casting Variety Brood War, including the pros. If you enjoyed this game, please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon. Ciao for now.